Some of this makeup sounds amazing on paper, but we all know it doesn't always perform that way. So today I'm testing a full face of new makeup from Dior, Westman Atelier, Morphe, Patrick Ta, and some other stuff. These are products that I tried before, but wasn't sure about them. And before I decide whether or not I'm gonna give them away or if they actually work for me and work well with other products, I figured I would test these out today and see what's actually worth the money and what's not. I'm always going to take the time to test out makeup products to tell you whether or not it's worth your money or you should skip it. So we're doing a wear test on my oily textured skin. I'm not gonna have the makeup on long, maybe 6 hours, but I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna show you how it performs on my mature, oily, textured skin. I have a feeling that some of these products are not gonna work as well as I want them to work. So we're just gonna see. I'm gonna put these clips in my hair. If you guys love a trying new makeup video, please give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you have been to the channel before and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video enough to hype it, I would appreciate the hype. It really helps out the channel. I didn't want to put my moisturizer on because I want you guys to see me put everything on. I am putting sunblock on first. So I'm using this Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum Sunscreen SPF 50. Now when I had put it on the last time, I didn't show it on camera, so this is what it looks like. It's very lightweight, very lotiony. That is the Kiehl's sunscreen bottle. Yeah, so far it's working good. I'm not a sunscreen girl, but I'm trying to get better and incorporating it in my routine. This is very lightweight. It feels like nothing on the skin. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I feel like that one little pump, you probably need a pump and a half of this. This retails for $50. In this video, we're gonna be using a mixture of high-end and more affordable / drugstore makeup. This has like a not an oily feel, but kind of moisturizing. It does give a nice glow to the skin from what I can see. And then I'm gonna let that sit for a minute while I do my brows. I have a new brow product by Essence. It's an 18-hour brow freeze and glue. It's the Essence Brow Lift and Freeze Glue. Ultimate Hold. Transparent. It's funny because I tried this the other day and it actually worked. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Could this actually be the best brow gel that I've tried? So we're gonna put it on. It comes with a spoolie on. Oh, it comes with a spoolie and a comb. Oh, I like that. So let's see. I think that this brow product actually has the kind of comb that I've been looking for my lashes. You could definitely feel it on the brows. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and let it dry down just a bit and then smooth it out. So look, this has a comb and a brush because you don't get that often. You get the spoolie, but you don't get like an actual comb and brush. So let's see. It definitely has a nice stickiness. While we wait for that to dry, let me show you some of the products that we're gonna be using today. We are using this Morphe Moonstone eyeshadow palette. I purchased this during the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. I had one shade and I bought the rest of them, so we're gonna be using this today. Our look is gonna be like a cool tone look. I do have the palette, which is very cool tone. I don't even know if this is gonna work well on my dark skin, but we're gonna test it out and see. This retails for I think $22 or $23. It has a nice mirror inside. This is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Radiant Skin True 24-hour wear, no retouch, triple action care with sunscreen. So even though we put sunscreen on, we're gonna put this on because I know you guys know that sunscreen that's inside of your actual foundation or even skincare products, if it's not a 50 SPF, if you don't put enough on, it's not gonna do anything. So we're gonna try these CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancers. These are finishing powders. We're going to test this out today. We're going to test out this Morphe bronzer, the Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. Are we going to like this? We're going to see. So we're going to use that. I'm trying out these powders again from Kimchi. I wasn't really a fan of them, but we're going to test them out again and see. We're going to test out these new lippies from Morphe. The Morphe Lip Lock Glossy Lipstick. I'm gonna try this Patrick Ta concealer again because I want to be able to do a ranking video for you guys of all the new concealers that I've been testing out. And I'm still on the fence about it, but I think it was a different product. So I just want to test it out one more time to make sure. And we also have these lip liners from L'Oreal. These are the L'Oreal Blur Filler Blurring Lip Contours. So we're gonna test these out. And we have these Fat Matte Lips from NYX. That is what we have. Hopefully these products are something that you're interested in and you will stay tuned for the video. We're gonna use this One Size Skin Studio Hydra-Sculpt Moisturizer. I really like this moisturizer from One Size. That sunscreen, it actually feels really nice on the skin. It gives a nice tackiness, but we're gonna put this on top because we like to see if we build up our products and use what we really need on our face, how do they all work together under the makeup? Like, are we gonna get any pilling? Hopefully not. I've been putting all of my moisturizing products under my eyes because that's where I have a lot of dryness. I really like the moisture, and you get so much product for the price. This is $40 and you get 2.7 ounces of product. You can't go wrong with that. Then I have these Essence Last Fix Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray. I have the Essence Last Fix Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. And I have this Hydrating Dewy Spray. I've been liking a lot of moisture on my face, so once we put our powders on, we probably will need it. So I feel like I should have put the gel on after I put this on, because I feel like being I put the moisturizer and stuff on, it kind of took away from the dry down effect from this Essence brow gel. So we'll add a little bit more once we're done. Oof. 12 Chroma Plus Blend Pigment Pack All Day Wear. This 12 pan palette dazzles with a universe of cool tone hues, neutral browns, twinkling silvers, and galactic grays in matte shimmer and metallic finishes. Build them infinitely for definition and dimension that will launch your look into the stratosphere, powered by the new Chroma Plus Blend for high performing all day wear. So I did try one of these palettes before and I really liked it. So we don't know what is gonna happen today, but I'm gonna start with this shade right here. I don't think these shadows have names. Yes, they do. Speed of Light, Just a Phase, Extra Alienating, and Rocket to Riches. So I'm gonna say that this is Just a Phase, this shadow that we're using. We're gonna put this all over our lid because I think I used the hydrating base today when I should have used something that's gonna dry down. So we're just gonna set this. And so far I'm already liking the way this shade looks. You know, sometimes you get a really cool tone palette that's like just too much. But this one, I think so far with this one neutral shade, which is this one, I think it's okay. Excuse my brushes, guys. I have not had time to clean them. They're gonna get cleaned next week. And I do have more than I could use, but then that's just more to clean. And I already have a bunch to clean. Okay, so far I really like that color on the eyes because it's not like a harsh neutral. Some neutrals are so harsh that they don't blend in with the tones of more melanated skin. We're gonna go into, I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Space Age. And let's just see, that's pretty. Nicely pigmented, nice. So this is like a kind of charcoal gray color, but I like it. I'm gonna take this shade right here and let's see if we can. That's like a gray. That color is Opulent Orbit. Now this is gonna be a real makeup look because we're doing dark, like grayish, like slate gray, gunmetal type of shades. I haven't done a look like this in a while. Now this palette, I actually think I like it better than the last palette that I tried, that I purchased, because it looks like the formulas are a little bit different. I'm gonna open up this new brush. It's new, but it's old. This is the Jaclyn Hill JH35 brush, which I know I have one of these open already. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Total Eclipse, and let's see. Oh, okay. That's actually really pretty. It's like a blue shimmer, like a blue shimmer. I like that you don't have to use this one with your fingers. Like you can, but you don't necessarily have to. Because some of these shadows, you have to use your fingers to really get it to tap on. So this one you don't have to do that, which is wonderful. Let's try this white shadow. This one is the color Galactic Gem. Let's put it here. I'm using the other side of the brush. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this brush and it's not as shimmery as the blue one. I don't know if you guys could hear my fan, but I had to turn the fan on here today because it's hot outside, but it's not super hot. But it was hot enough where I had to turn the fan on in here. Let me see what this color looks like. So it's really opaque looking. That's why we don't see it like that. And then this one has more of a base. So yeah, that has a base. This one is more like a scattered kind of look. It's still pretty, but I do like that blue. I'm gonna go back into this one again and put a little bit more here. I like that. I think it's a very pretty, like, shimmery blue. Now, I don't know if it's gonna match with this hair color we got going on today, but that's what we got. I like that. I think it's pretty. I'm gonna take this peachy tone up here and let's just see what it does for up here. That just gives a little dimension to the eye. See how it just brings the brow bone to the front? It kind of makes the dark shade like recede back a little bit, and we're just going to blend that out a little bit. I like it, so we use this color for the brow bone. So that's what we have so far. So we're going to put a little primer on. I haven't been using any primer under the new foundations because they have like so many ingredients in it that helps with the smoothing of the skin. So I'm going to use this Essence All About Blur Erase Lines and Pores Non-Comedogenic. 4 out of 5 confirmed smoothing effect. So we're going to use this and see what it does for our face. This is a lot of products to have on one face, but that's what we're doing. I think it has a smell. It says optically reduces fine lines and pores for an even skin for perfect makeup results. So far, it's doing okay. I'm gonna put it on my nose. It feels nice. It actually feels kind of cooling a little bit. I don't know what's in here. Well, we're gonna give it like a few minutes to dry down, and I'm gonna see if it tells what's in it. It has like an oiliness to it. Okay, so this retails for $4.99. It's actually on sale right now for $2.49, and it's out of stock. Achieve a flawless complexion with the Essence All About Blur Even Skin Balm. This velvety balm, it is velvety, reduces fine lines and pores, creating a smooth, even texture. Unleash your natural beauty with every application. Formulated without animal byproducts, fragrance, microplastics, oil, or paraben. So we're gonna let that sit for a minute, and I'm gonna share this perfume that I ordered off of TikTok. This is the Jackie Aina Forever Mood NDA Eau de Parfum. 1.7 ounces. I think it retails for like $67. I'm sure I got a deal on it, and I wanted to try it because they kept talking about it. Everything that I use, guys, will be listed and linked below. This is the pretty bottle. It's the first thing I've tried from her brand. Her name is Jackie Asmoa, I think now. I hope that I am pronouncing it correctly. It's a pretty little kind of diamond shaped bottle with a little point at the top. This perfume actually smells like something that I have. Let me tell you what the notes are. Okay, so this is $79 at Sephora. It got 4 stars. Cruelty-free, floral scent, long wearing, vegan. Warm florals, spice rum, tonka bean, tobacco flower. It says close the door behind you and immerse yourself in this intoxicating warmth of this deeply sensual fragrance. This fragrance actually reminds me of, if I'm not mistaken, the Creed. It says tobacco flower while smooth, enveloped in a touch of vanilla bean, adds a creamy, seductive finish. The scent is captivating, and it's a tantalizing secret that is impossible to keep. Okay, so the bottle is supposed to be reminiscent of her engagement ring. It smells nice. It reminds me of, I want to say it was called like White Flowers. It was something that Michelle Obama used to wear. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I have to look it up. Well, I gotta go upstairs and get it because I haven't, but it's very similar to that. And there's some other fragrances in here I'm not really familiar with, but it smells really nice. So, I mean, it's not necessarily my particular kind of fragrance that I would normally wear, but you know, I want to try it. So, now what I could see is this eye that's wet. You could see that the eyeshadow's coming off. See that up there? I gotta go back over it. So let's go into this foundation. This is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, the newly reformulated Dior. It comes in this pretty glass frosty bottle. The shades have changed. Love and White, that's what it's called. The perfume is called Love and White, that Michelle Obama used to love, and it smells very similar to Love and White because I have it upstairs. This foundation got 5 stars. It retails for $60. It comes in, looks like 42 shades. My normal shade in Dior is 7N, so those shades have changed. So this one is 6.5W. It says hyaluronic acid, medium coverage, radiant finish, SPF, long wearing, liquid formula. So this one is not transfer resistant. The matte formula is. This formula is beautiful on the skin. I don't necessarily know if this formula is something that I could wear when it's 90 degrees outside. I can't wait until it's hot enough for me to test it, but I do like how beautiful it looks on the skin. I really just want to see how it works with other products today. It has like a floral Dior smell. The coverage is really nice on this. I think I only used this in one video when I was doing a side-by-side comparison with the matte formula. Let me tell you, this brush is Rose and Ben. You see them. Well, you see, I think her name must be Rose. That's why they named it Rose and Ben. But she's all over social media doing tutorials and talking about her brushes. I do like the brush and I like the bristles. I just don't like the heavy handle. Like if I was a working makeup artist and I had like a set of these brushes, I don't know that I would be happy with them because it's so heavy. So far the skin looks nice and smooth. It looks like that primer actually did something. And we only used a little teeny bit of the foundation. That's what it's looking like on the back of my hand. So it oxidizes very slightly, if any. And I didn't have to go back in and get more product, so it looks good. Now I'm testing out this Patrick Ta concealer again. I like it, but I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's giving me the coverage that I want. Or was it the powder that I used with it that made it not look like it was covering what I needed to cover. It's a very thin formula, very glowy. It dries down really nicely. You don't get a lot of creasing with this. I like to let it dry down some because that's when you get the most coverage. But it is a very thin formula. I think I'm going to do this peachy blush from Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in shade 31. For a minute I was like, what do I have that's a liquid blush? And then I had to think about it. But I do have quite a few. They don't all show up, but I do have quite a few. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Maybe we can get a little bit of color payoff. So that's the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in shade 31. I'm gonna tap this out. Yeah, so when I look at this concealer, when I'm tapping it out, it's a very, very thin formula. And when I say thin, I mean consistency, but also the way it shows up on the skin. I feel like it's not giving me the opaqueness that I like from a concealer. To me, like I want full coverage. I don't want medium. And I think this is more of a medium coverage. And I noticed that the other day when I was looking back at some footage and I was like, yeah, that's not covering up my eye divots. Because that's how I judge my concealer. Like whether or not I'm going to love it. That's one of the pillars that it has to pass. Like it has to give coverage, but it also has to not give me super creasiness under the eye. So we're gonna let this sit. But if you look at the top of my forehead, you can see that you can kind of see through the concealer, which is not a bad thing for like a concealer that you're gonna wear during the day, like a daytime concealer. But I want a nighttime concealer all times of the day. Like I want something that's gonna give me the coverage that I need. That's just what I like about a concealer because of my dark circles under my eyes. So because we have like a cool tone eye, I'm gonna do like cool tone blush. Yeah, because you don't want to go too warm with a cool tone eye. It's not cohesive. It doesn't look good together. So you want to still have some color payoff, which I slightly see. But I do have some blushes that we're going to test out and see. But so far the skin looks really, and I figure we'll just give a concealer a little time to dry down a little bit more. Maybe we'll get more coverage. I'm going to take this brush and just go around the edges and just blend everything in. This is the blush brush. I'm just going to go into the blush brush and just go around the edges because we want to keep that brightness under our eyes. Okay, so we're going to try this new Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. The package is very pretty. Okay, so it has a cream and a powder. So we're going to try the cream and see what it does. It actually is very like whimsical on the outside. It has a mirrored back. I don't know how these colors are going to be, but we're going to test it out right now and see. So we're going to use our trusty bronzer brush. I hope the shade is deep enough. It actually looks like it's pretty red. I see it. It's showing up much more than the $75 bronzer that I've been trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to keep. To me, like if you don't go dark enough, there should have been a shade 5 in that Westman Atelier bronzer because I can't see it. It has a nice color payoff. It's nice and creamy. It's very emollient to feel, but not going on. You see how you can see it? It's actually showing up. Yeah, I like that. That is what it looks like. I'm gonna just take this concealer up a little bit higher because I came down too far with the cream bronzer. I'm gonna take the shade because I didn't take the shade. Okay, this shade is Fiji Beach. All right, let's try the nose with the cream bronzer and see if it shows up. Oh, it's nice and creamy and pigmented. I like that. See, the thing about it is, like, I prefer to have a bronzer that you could see no matter what color your foundation is, right? Because why do I have to pick and choose the days that I want to wear a concealer? Look at that. That is actually very pretty. I'm gonna use a puff, and I'm gonna use this Kimchi Peachy powder under the eyes. So this is the shade Almond. Nope, Peachy. I think I just said that. I'm just gonna press out whatever's on the puff. If I remember correctly, when I tried this powder before, it was very drying. Now, I don't know if it was the products that I had on with it, but it was very drying. I was like, oh my god, this is super dry. So I'm just gonna put this powder on everywhere that we have concealer. This is the powder that they use in drag makeup. It's a thin, kind of dry powder. It doesn't have like, some powders you feel like the moisture in it. You don't feel that in this. That is very light. We're gonna use this almond color for the rest of the face. That's what the shade looks like. So it's not as dark as I thought it was. This is the difference between the two shades. Let me show you. That's the almond and that's the peachy. I like to set my cream blush so that it stays there. Now this one you couldn't really see that good, but that's okay because we're gonna use a blush that is complementary to it and see how it comes out. I feel like my face still feels sticky over here. I don't know why. It definitely feels sticky. That's weird. I guess it's the powder and the formula of the foundation. The foundation is a glowy foundation. That looks weird. It looks very weird. Let me do the under eyes. So far, our skin is looking very smooth with the primer that we have on. Very, very smooth. I'm gonna take this brush. This is a Jessup EO4. And I'm going to take this shade and this shade. They're both like shimmers. One is a shimmer and one is like a metallic. Let's see the sparkles. Definitely like a gunmetal kind of color. Too far down. I'm gonna go in with this Quartz Queen. That's my favorite waterline color. This is from NYX, the NYX Epic Liner. This is the NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner in Quartz Queen. I'm gonna use this Sigma Lash Icon Mascara. I'm gonna try this powder right here. And let me see if it does for me what the one size powder does. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Finishing Powder in shade 520. So let me just tap this on the skin. So it definitely adds some color. Now this is not the darkest shade that I have, but it definitely adds some color to the face. Let's use this Essence Bouncy Plump Hydrating Dewy Spray Prep and Set. Now I don't know what it's gonna feel like, but we're about to see. It smells kind of fruity. But it was like, I don't smell it anymore. Now what I like about it is it doesn't feel oily. You know how some of these dewy sprays have like that oily kind of feel? I don't feel oily. I just feel wet. Where's my fan? Now looking at my forehead, I already see that the line is showing up in my forehead. I don't know what is causing that. If it's the powder, I think it's gotta be the powder. Okay, so I already can tell you that I don't love this kimchi powder. It's doing the same thing that it did the last time that I tried it. It's just it's too stark. It doesn't have enough warmth in the powder. This is for somebody else, but not me. I definitely don't like it. It did give us a dewy look, that spray. I do see a lot of texture in my cheek area. Let's continue. I'm gonna start with this bronzer again. We're gonna do the powder version of the bronzer now. Okay, so this is the Morphe Cheek Thrills bronzer. We're using a powder now. It comes in 7 shades. It retails for $19. It's very red, that I could say. It's definitely very, very red. I feel like it's very pigmented and it's very red. And it actually reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty formula. Do you see that? Like it's a lot. I probably need a smaller bronzer brush than this because it is super, super powdery. I don't necessarily know if I like that. Let me see if I can get some of this off. Yeah, it's very powdery. I don't know if I like this bronzer, and I can tell already. I think it's too powdery. We're gonna see how the makeup comes out, but I think it's too powdery and too like pigmented. Maybe it's me. I probably need a smaller brush. The powder feels creamy. I just don't necessarily know if I like it. It's very pigmented. That it is. Very pigmented. Oh yeah, this is like super, super pigmented. I don't like the formula. I don't know why. I don't like the formula. Look at that. Yeah, let me try a different brush. I'm gonna use this one. Just like to take some of this off because I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's super pigmented. I don't care for this at all. I think the color is nice, but I feel like you can't control it. Like, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe it's the powder that I have on under it. It's not making me happy. Do you see what my face is looking like? Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like my under eyes are creasing a lot. Let's keep going. I'm gonna use these blushes. These are the Revolution Ultra Blush Palette. So let's use some of these peachy tones on our cheeks. I'm gonna use this one first. It's like a peachy pink, and see what we can do with it around here. I don't think these have names, do they? No, just numbers. I'm using this shade right here. I'm gonna take it up high because the under eyes look so stark and I don't like that. But I do like this shade. It's like I said, a peachy pink, like I guess like a kind of corally color. The shade is gorgeous. I want to see if it's going to accentuate my pores. It doesn't look like it so far. Now, in this blush palette, the formulas are like different. They're not all the same formula. Some of them are really buttery like this one, and then some of them are a little more rough like this one. So we're gonna try that brighter shade now. I'm gonna use a different blush brush and see how this color comes out. Let me show you what this shade looks like. Yeah, this one is really dry, but it's still a pretty shade. And then this one is a little more, definitely more creamy and a little more pinky. I like that. You can kind of see the color striations that's in the color on your cheeks. Now it looks like they have a little luminosity in these blushes. Do you see that? Like a little bit of luminosity. Let's try this lighter shade right here. Is that like a... Yeah, this is another one of those really powdery textures. They all look the same color though. This is like a more blue pink when you look at it. It gives my cheeks a bruise. Look, I feel like I look bruised. I don't necessarily know that this palette is something I would recommend. I like a lot of Revolution's blushes, but this might not be. We're gonna keep going and we're gonna see. We have a lot of new stuff on our face today. I'm not feeling overly happy at all. Usually by now I'm like, oh, I like this. Okay, we're gonna go in the rose quartz again because we have like a pinky kind of thing. We're gonna put this under our eye and give some brightness and kind of fuse this area together. Fenty Bright Fix powder and rose quartz. So that makes a difference. You see the difference? I'm telling you, this powder, if you guys don't have this powder by now, and I've been talking about it since last year, it's so good. And like I always tell you, it's not a setting powder, but it gives brightness. It kind of blends everything together. It gets rid of that line of demarcation. So any areas that you need brightness, it fixes it. That's why it's called Bright Fix. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go under here with it. I'm gonna put a little brightness up there. I'm gonna try a different brush. I'm gonna take this peachy shade again and put it here because I feel like it's still, I feel like I had to do too many finishing touches to fix this makeup. Let's do this highlighter. We're gonna do this lilac pink. I think this will be perfect. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre highlighter in 001 lilac pink. It's just a really, really pretty shade of pink. Let's see what it does here. Yeah. It's a very silky highlighter. It looks gorgeous on the skin. Look at that. So pretty. It just really brings life to the face. It's a very ethereal kind of shade, but it's super pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit and put on my nose. So the face definitely has a stickiness to it in some spots. I don't know why it's only in some spots, but it definitely has a stickiness to it. And actually you can kind of see here, I think it's the powder. I think the powder didn't absorb what it needed to absorb, but right now I think that our makeup was saved a little bit. Let's spray the face. Let's do this. This is the Essence Fix and Last Instant Matte Makeup Fixing Spray with Ever Matte, free from oil and alcohol, which is wonderful. It just feels wet like water. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this off my lips and we're gonna try this CoverGirl. Now, face is not dry, but it's drying. So I'm gonna use this Blur Filler Blurring Lip Contour by L'Oreal in Bordeaux Bisou. This retails for $12.99. It says get fuller looking lips with Blur Filler Lip Contour and Lip Liner, which I don't necessarily need any more of a fuller lip because I have pretty full lips. This creamy formula and rounded tip allow for effortless application and a lip enhanced look. That's what it looks like. Let's see, that is what the color looks like. It's very emollient. It doesn't say anything about it being long lasting. Which creamy formula glides along lips without any tugging or dragging. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's long wearing. It feels like a lipstick. It's not like a liner. I feel like that's really too warm tone for what we have going on right now. I think this will be really good for a lipstick. I'm gonna put this shade on my lips. This is the shade Nude Espresso. That's what it looks like, that shade right there. But because my lips are so dark and multicolored, it's not really doing what I need it to do. So far, so good. Did I show y'all what these look like? The L'Oreal Blur Filler. They feel nice. It's a nice lipstick formula. I don't feel like it, you know, it probably did give a little bit of a more plumping look. Okay, this is the NYX Fat Matte Smooth Color Lipstick. I don't know if it's long lasting. Let's see. It says a matte that doesn't crack. All comfort with no cake. Glide on any of the NYX 17 soft, creamy shades of NYX Professional Makeup Fat Matte Lipstick, infused with raspberry oil and tapioca powders. NYX has a perfect match for every skin tone, every occasion, every aesthetic. Forget about the old drying matte lipsticks of the past. Try Fat Matte, the next generation of matte lip looks. It doesn't say anything about it being long wearing, so let's see. Oh, okay. I can tell you now I love the color. This is, I love it. It feels wonderful. It smells fruity. Love that. That is good. Okay, let's do this. And I'm putting like so many products on top of each other when I probably should not. This is the Morphe Lip Lock Glossy Lipstick. This is what it looks like. I just want to put a gloss on my lips. This is a nice nudie color. I think it'll be perfect for what we have going on. Oh my god, it's so soft. That feels wonderful. I don't know how it works being on top of other products. Like it may have something in it that it needs to be on actual skin. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna have this on for a minute. Let me just put a liner on because I'm not feeling happy. I'm gonna put Trendsetter on because that works for me. And then I'm gonna go do this hair, put some lashes on. This is more of a cool tone liner. I love it. Very nice. I'm gonna put a little inner corner highlight on this shade right here. I don't necessarily feel like I need lashes on, but I'm gonna put some on anyway because it makes the glam look good. Let me go and just like do something with this hair and I'll be back to give you my thoughts. This is not gonna be a full wear test because it's already 6:30 and we're not even finished yet. I'm back, my precious jewels, and this is what our final makeup look is looking like. So I had to work hard to get this makeup to come out looking decent. I'm just gonna quickly go over everything that we used. To me, the skin looks very ashy. The powder, I'm gonna start with the powder because why not? This powder, I don't like it. I didn't like it the first time, and I don't necessarily know that it's the powder, but I think that it is. To me, it doesn't set my face the way I want my face set. I mean, it looks pretty on the skin, but I think it's too ashy, first of all. It's just too much of a bright color for me. This peachy shade has no warmth to it. It's like a very cool tone peach, which I don't love. So I'm gonna be giving this to somebody. Like, You won't see this on the channel again because I don't like this. This almond shade of the Kimchi Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder, I'll probably use this some more because it has a little more warmth to it, but not really. It's still kind of ashy. I don't love powders like this, so I may just get rid of both of them. So again, like some of these powders and these products, people will make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and when you try it, you're like, yeah, no, that's not it. So let me talk about this because it's right here in front of me. This is the Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo in Fuji Beach. I do not like this. I feel like it's too... It's not that it's too red, because it's not the color. I felt like the powder just went all over everywhere. Now, yeah, it turned out nice in the end, but I don't necessarily love this. Would I purchase this again? Probably not. I'm going to keep using it because I have it and the color is actually nice and it shows up. And maybe I'll feel differently once I have tried it a few times. But my first impression of this, I do not like the formula. I feel like it's a creamy, dry, like super dry powder, and I don't love it. Yeah, so that was the Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. Usually I like just about everything, guys, but this I'm not really feeling. Let me talk about this eyeshadow palette. So this is the Morphe Moonstone eyeshadow palette. It's a cool tone palette with like grays and blues and just really nice neutral shades. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Now this is a special occasion palette for me, and why I will say that is, even though I wear a lot of silver jewelry, I don't necessarily think that silver eyeshadow is my forte. I mean, I think it came out nice, but it looks super glam. I love the formula. I think this formula was better than the last palette that I tried, and what I'm coming to realize is that in these palettes, even though they all supposed to be the same, they're actually different, and depending on what the shades and the formulas are, they work different. I'm pleasantly surprised with this Morphe 12 pan Moonstone palette. Yeah, of course I like this Dior foundation. This is the new reformulated Dior Forever Skin Glow foundation. This foundation is actually nice. Whether or not I will be able to wear this in warmer weather, time will tell. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. I actually like this formula better without a primer on under it. To me, I feel like the skin looks a little textured, but it's beautiful. The color is good. The finish is good. It doesn't take a lot of product to do your whole face. The coverage is great. It covered up my hyperpigmentation. This is a formula that I could mix with something else that's a little more on the matte side and still be able to wear it. So I do like it. It's worth the $60. The CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Finishing Powder. I actually think it's nice. I think the skin looks really, really pretty. I think it gave just enough of what I was looking for when it came to this shade, because I do have this shade, which is a little deeper and a little warmer, but I wanted to see what this one was going to look like on my skin tone, and it's actually not bad. So the formula is good so far. I don't necessarily know that it's doing anything special. Again, time will tell. I will test these out. This is my first impression using the powder. I actually think it's nice. I'm so glad that the drugstore is coming out with more finishing powders, more like powder foundation kind of powders that you can use on your face to give some uniformity. So this is actually nice. For the 12, I think it's anywhere between $10 and like $14. You can't go wrong with this, but so far I like it. It's good. Now I don't know how long this makeup is going to hold up. I am going to be in the bed by 11 o'clock right now. It's 7:22. I still have to go and pack my stuff. This is the Morphe Lip Lock Glossy Lipstick in the shade Hitched Honey. It's actually really nice. It feels good on the lips. It gives just the right amount of moisture. It doesn't look like a gloss. It looks more like a hydrating balm with a little bit of color, and we added so many different products on our lips that you don't know what's what. So I will be using these in a video where you can actually see how they actually look on the lips, but right now I like what it's doing on my lips. Yeah, very comfortable. It's supposed to be a long-lasting formula. I don't know how long I'm going to have it on, but I will do a check-in before I take it off tonight, just to let you know how it's wearing. I had a lot of products on from Essence. I had the Essence primer, All About Blur. I would say for like $5. It looks really pretty. I mean, I have a lot of different products on my cheeks, and the cheeks actually look really pretty. Everything has a really nice highlighted glam look. So I could say that I do like this. I don't know how it would work against the hot heat, but for like an everyday, you know, this kind of weather where it's in the 70s, I think this is fine. But I'm kind of getting away from wearing a lot of primers because these foundations that are coming out, you don't really have to. So more than likely you'll see me with primers with my older formulas, which I don't mind these new formulas at all. The Givenchy Prisme Libre highlighter in the shade 001 Pink Lilac. I think it's really, really pretty. I think it gives the skin such a beautiful ethereal look. The color is gorgeous. The formula is so silky and beautiful. I don't necessarily know. I'm still on the fence whether or not I think that it is worth the $62 that it costs, but it's really beautiful. And I don't know that any of my drugstore or affordable highlighters can stand up to this. So we're gonna test this out against some others and see how they come out. That's all I can say. I did use this Patrick Ta concealer. It was just as I thought. It is a very medium coverage concealer. You could get almost full but not 100% full, but if you use the right powder, then you'll get a beautiful, full, smooth under eye like I have now. I do have a little bit of creasing under the eye, but I think it's the powder. I don't like that powder. I don't feel like the powder works for me. Maybe I'm not using it right, but I don't like the powder. But I do like these Patrick Ta concealers. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing repeat products, but the only way that I could test it out and really show you that I'm testing it, I hate to be that person that tells you I tested it, because I could tell you anything, but me showing you, to me, it makes more sense. And I like to be able to do makeup and, you know, make videos. That's why I have the channel. This NYX Fat Matte, I actually like it. The color is beautiful. It's very pigmented. I can't wait to see what it looks like on my lips by itself. I had put this on top of like 2 different layers and then put something else on top of it, but the color is really, really pretty, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like on my actual lips. So these blushes from Revolution, you guys know I love Revolution Beauty. They're one of my favorite brands, but I don't know, this time, I'm not really too sure. I think the color story is gorgeous. That's why I bought it. I think it looks nice on the cheeks. The formulas are different. Some are buttery, some are a little more textured. I think it looks pretty on the skin. You can only get like the same kind of look from this palette. Like, it's not doing anything different. I don't care what shade you use, you're still gonna feel like you have the same blush on. That's how I feel. I used 3 or 4 different colors and I felt like I had the same color on. Now maybe when I'm editing back I'll get to see the difference, but I don't necessarily think so. Of course I'm going to talk about my favorite Fenty Bright Fix powders. I use the shade Rose Quartz. It's gorgeous. It really saved this makeup look. It gave me the brightness that I was looking for. It gave a nice amount of actual color to the face. It brightened it. It smoothed it out. And I'm happy with it. I did use this, and I use this. This is the Kiehl's UV Better Screen UV Serum. I like it. It's good, and it works well under makeup, so I will definitely be adding this to my makeup routine, especially now in the warmer weather. And I'm really feeling this moisturizer from One Size. I didn't necessarily think that I was going to love this, but I am actually pleasantly surprised that this gives the skin the amount of moisture that it's given. These liners from L'Oreal, these blur filler liners, I feel like it's nice. I feel like it did line my lips, but I still had to add another liner. I think that it would be good for me as a lipstick. It's very moisturizing and creamy like a lipstick is. It's not like a lip liner. Now this is the first kind of contoury lip product that I've tried, but I prefer a regular lip liner in my opinion. But I will continue to use these because I like the color payoff that it gives, and it can give me that nudie kind of lip that I want sometimes, so I do like them. I like the formula. I don't know that any of these products are long wearing except for the Morphe lip lock, because it says that it's actually long wearing. We tried this bouncy, plump, hydrating dewy spray. I think that this would be good under a matte foundation. To me, putting dewy with dewy, it's a little bit much. And I think that could be one of the reasons why makeup feels a little sticky. I don't necessarily think that it's the foundation, but it could be. because I only tried it one other time. If I wear this Dior foundation, I've been picking up the matte. So this gave it a little bit of stickiness. And then we tried this Instant Matte Makeup Fixing Spray. It's not really a setting spray, but it is. So we put this on and it gave a nice matte look. It gave a nice lifelike matte. I love a lifelike matte. I think that's everything that I used on my face, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you felt like you liked any of these products or you hated any of these products, please let me know. What do you think about this makeup look? Is this something that you would wear? Did you have any favorite products in this video? What do you think about this hair color? Because my mother says she didn't like it. I feel like it's a little too neutral for me, but I do like the curls. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put a little warmth, like I'll tone it and put like a little warmth to it. That's it. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. Hype the video if you can. I'm going to link another video on the screen so you guys can continue watching. If you find that you want to purchase any of these products, everything that I use will be listed and linked below. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, so this is what the makeup is looking like. It's almost 11 o'clock. Nothing has moved. I use those setting sprays from Essence, and it's looking really good. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm about to take this off because I got to get on the road in the morning. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. This is our, I guess like 4 hour, maybe like 4 hour wear test, but it didn't move. So that's good. Okay.